We just got to remember where all of this stuff goes. You are now watching Farming with Duffy Ag. Welcome back to the channel. Motor's in. Got a lot of little stuff to do before this can actually run. So a lot of little stuff. We got to start with, I got this pile of all sorts of stuff that I'm missing. So the up pipes, down, or up pipes, turbo back, missing one of these, glow plug, missing 2 of those, and then the bolts that hold the idler. I got new idlers because I figured I'm there. I might as well do it. They're not the right ones, even though it says that they should be. So we'll run over to O'Connor's. I figured they have them. Plus, it's 2 o'clock. We ain't ate any lunch yet. Figure we might as well get something. We're pretty hungry. Well, I'm pretty hungry. I'm by myself today. Andy's grandfather's in town, so he's got family events going on, which that's understandable. All right. I'll get this rocking and rolling. Got what I needed. And got you some tennis balls. You got 2 yesterday, 2 today. You have a whole box at home. Are you okay? You sleepy? You had a long day so far? You are covered in dust, dirt, and everything else. Alrighty, that will put us in a good boat getting everything together. Oh yeah, look at that. Updated the idler. I guess idler pulleys. So what I got to work on is getting the exhaust rigged up, the up pipes. Got to do some welding, I think, on the down pipe. Well, not the down pipe, the actual pipe underneath the truck where the bracket goes on to. But yeah, so much little stuff to do. So what I'm doing, I'm gonna get you over here. We'll see if you can see. Doing out pipes. So this, your exhaust manifold, goes into an up pipe, which is right there, and then that goes up to the turbo, and then from the turbo it comes back, you guessed it, down pipe that goes to there. So get my up pipes in. Those bottom bolts are started. They're snug. There's another gasket for that side, so we can get that side on. I think that side's the easier side too to do, which I always start with the harder side and then it gets better. Well, let's see. I did switch them to Allen wrenches because they're way better than having them as heads because they rust off and then they break. At least in an Allen wrench you get more opportunity to get them off next time. Because I know this isn't going to be the first time or the last time that I work on this thing. So always plan ahead. 25 minutes ago, I thought I was about done and I dropped the bolt. And it got jammed underneath the fuel rails in the back. I guess it's not the fuel rails. It's the heat shield. And it was stuck to a point where I could see it when I took a video of it, but I couldn't actually get to it. So I had to take the down pipe or the up pipe back off. Yeah. Any easy job is 1 bolt away from being an all weekend job. Well, the up pipes fought me for quite a bit there. I got some more grounds hooked up and some wires and wrapped my head around some more things. Didn't get nearly as much done as I'd like to. It's all part of it though, especially after working a day and coming in here and then continuing to work another 4, 5, 6 hours. So with that being said, next time you see me on this video, it might be in a day or 2 as far as the truck. So I'm jumping around a little bit, but we'll see. So you might get a video in between, which if you did, you already watched it. So alrighty, see ya when I get back to this truck. We got close to 1 inch of rain, so can't do nothing in the fields. Back to working on this. So with that being said, the one thing I really got to do, I got to change the pins of this wiring harness to work with the alternating cam. So with that being said, Waggler, it's a Waggler stage 1 alternating cam, has a great page explaining exactly what you need to do. So the wiring harness. So the firing order of this prior is 1, 2, 7, 8, 4, 5, 6, 3. Alternating cam is 1, 5, 6, 3, 4, 2, 7, 8. So that will spread out the load, and what you're trying to do is balance the motor a lot more, and also not snap your crankshaft off. So by doing 1, 2, all of your load is up front, and then it will move back. This is my old one, but let's dive into figuring this out. I did cut my pins, or these 2 wires. That's for the EFI Live selector switch. So that is why they're like this. I got a new switch. Yeah, I cut them because I wasn't going to pop them out. Plus the switch, we had put connectors in it before when it had an issue. Put you up there for a minute. So with that being said, let's pop this apart and have a go at it. Alrighty, had to go print out the sheet. Also what was on the porch. There's the new switch. So Waggler has this sheet that tells you where things go, how to look at the harness. So we got to switch 4 wires. They switch between each other. And I put little loops so I knew where they were going. I also watched a video on how to take this harness apart. So I'm going to sit down and we're going to do that. So these little covers pop up. I had to watch this online. So that pops off the connector. Let me turn it a little bit, I think. Hey everybody. And then you can see all your pins in there. So based on this sheet, where I gotta start, yeah, we'll start with an easy one so I know what I'm doing. 71 and 72 get switched, which based on that are these 2 here. So yep. They just got little clips that hold them down. And that did say open this right up and you got a lot more to work with, so we'll take all this electrical tape off. Don't worry, we'll retape it. I think. No, we will. Where's the end of this? I feel like it's going the wrong way. Always something. There we go. Now we'll take it off. I'm kind of dreading this because, yeah, if you guys know, I don't really enjoy electrical and wiring and things like that. Gotta get it done. This is one thing that's holding me back from finishing up right now. So, alrighty, open this all up. So on this, dark green and gray get switched, which are the 2 right there. So how do you get these out? There's a tab that you just push down. Oh, there's a tab you pull out. That's cool. So dark gray, the one right next to it. First one went so easy. I might have to get a smaller screwdriver. Oh, I broke that screwdriver. Damn. I'll have to go find my other one. There we go. So, those are pulled out. We'll switch them. And it only goes one way. And that one's locked in. Did switch them right. Yep. So gray is now 71 and dark green is 72. Let's check those off. I'm gonna go get a little smaller screwdriver and then we'll do the rest of it. There we go. Small screwdriver. Alrighty, next. Let's see. 50 and 52 get switched. So 50 and 52 are these two right in here. Can you see anything? Yeah. These two right here based on... Wait. Where was I? No. Yeah. These two. So, which should be dark blue and then a gray and a white. Which it's not. Oh wow, I'm reading the wrong thing. 51 and 52 should be switched, which is a light green and a dark blue. Okay. Which that is correct. If I can get my fingers around it. And what this is doing is actually telling the injectors to fire differently. So I'm moving what it's saying so the computer stays the same, but the injectors fire differently based on the cam. So that is the green, the dark green, and then the one right next door is or I guess it's light green, is the blue. I got two big fingers for this. So we'll pull that one out. This one comes out. And put it in on the next door. Okay. That one's done. Okay, so now the ones that move quite a bit. So 49 should be a green and white. Which 49? Ooh. What the hell is this one? Oh, it's my ground wire. Yep. For the selector, or one of the wires for the selector switch. The connector piece isn't there any longer. But once you put this housing back on, it sits inside of it. Okay. That's a pain. Someday we'll have to switch this housing out. So 49 would have been around where I was. So inside of this, it's a green and white. So that's 52, 51, 50. Right. That don't make no sense. You going anyway? Yeah, I am. Green and white. Oh wait, no, that's after it's done. Whew. Having a moment. So 50. That's odd. It's not even in it. 50. $50 should be dark blue and white. Oh, I'm upside down. Wow. Flipping this in and out really gets you confused. Alrighty, we got it. I was off on colors and how it switched. Wrapping my head around this is, yeah. Okay, that harness is good. Keep in mind this is my first time ever doing this, and hopefully my last, but I'm sure. So that one's out. So I'm learning as I'm trying to teach you guys, or show you guys as I'm doing it. So I might be doing it all wrong, but I think I got it. So those are switched. And this black harness then is all the way done. So we can tape it back up, seal it. We're good to go. This other one, I got to put the switch in when I run it back through. If I had known, well, had to pop this apart when I took it apart, I probably wouldn't have cut that switch. But I do feel like I had my switch hacked up and we just butt connected them back in. And I don't think that's the best thing for it. It's underneath the dash and all, but still. So I got some black tape. Let me throw that on. Impressed. I bought this one off of Thoroughbred. GDP rotate switch, 5 position / 6 position for high idle. 6 positions. Well, I guess it's a stop point wherever you want it. The truck has high idle by itself, but I guess you probably couldn't see much. Did you see that? There we go. So I got this. It's made in the UK though, which isn't a bad thing. It says right on it. Laurelin, UK. The switch, like, it's much more rugged than the one that's in there. It's all sealed up in the back. The whole line's all nice. I'm really impressed. The pins and everything else like that. It's definitely long enough. That's a sharp setup. So put the power of your truck in your hands. Very impressed by it. I'm sure if you got diesels, you know what I'm talking about. Usually the switch, you can feel it's not really built that well. This one's nice, and I like it's sealed in the back, even though it shouldn't get wet in the cab. So, alrighty, we're taped up. I got a black zip tie on there for all of you who watch me put white zip ties on things. This side, I can tape. We won't put the cover on until I get closer and we run that switch through. Got them done. With that being said, we just got to remember where all of this stuff goes. Alrighty. One goes to one side, the other goes to the other side. We just gotta know which one's which. Where do we go? So, that being said, there's a lot of stuff that goes on here. Might as well put these up. That goes over to this side. Okay, so this one goes on this side because there's a harness. Keep this out of the way. So that stuff all runs behind. think. And granted, there's some things that don't hook in because, well, some things are not on the truck. Okay, so that's in there. Snap that. Yep, all that stuff goes that way. Which also means all this stuff goes this way. What do we got on here? Grounds. I think that's my turbo sensor, isn't it? One sensor. Here's your glow plugs. Gotta put all those on. So this stuff goes together. This is all my turbo stuff. Okay, it goes all the way to the back. And this is not laid out correct. I'm just trying to visualize where stuff goes. So if you're sitting there saying you're doing it wrong, I know. Because this goes behind it. Yeah. Dang, there's a lot of stuff that goes on here. Where did that go? I'll be honest. Remember how these wires go and everything? This is trial and error. So, I got it laid out. I had this bracket going the wrong way. This actually clips onto that bracket. It goes down in there. There was grounds underneath that I had to hook up from this wire that went across. Got my sensors all good there. That also had a ground that runs up and around. Some of these, like I said, might not go to anything. Some of them do. That's all hooked up. I'm a little nervous. I'm gonna have to probably look at that sheet and see what cylinder's what as far as hooking up the injector lines. But then we got glow plugs to do. I might jack the truck up and try to do this side. When I jack it up, I can get into the wheel wells much easier. Yeah, it's a lot of little stuff. So, alrighty, I'll do that. That runs behind it. Okay. I'll be honest, me struggling through wiring things probably isn't the most fun to film. So that's why I've been just doing it. Everything on this side, as far as the motor, is connected. These wires here, some of them go places, some of them don't. And with these ones here, they go to like intake and things like that. Yeah. I feel like I got a wiring harness floating around somewhere, like a short one. Because my fuel pump and the coolant sensor that's down there doesn't have anything hooked to it. So, but everything's plumbed. I got everything going this way, right? Going down, right? This stuff all goes this way. But I do got this, a few connectors. That's only 4 wires. Sorry. Stuff to the turbo's hooked. yeah, so I gotta do some thinking and some digging, and we gotta look around for some stuff. But overall, figuring it out, it's 9 o'clock right now. So I'm gonna jet out of here. I know this video is short, me struggling around with stuff, more description of what goes on with this truck. Hopefully next video I can really get this started and get going. But I'm still on the daily content. I think this is like the 91st video, so I said I wanted to make it to 100. So not every video is going to be as exciting as the past few with the new mower and whatnot. A lot of comments on the new mower about the setup. Yeah, it's low man on the totem pole probably put together that stuff and doesn't know what he's doing. So that is what it is. When those mowers show up, they're folded in boxes pretty much, and they put them together. So little stuff like that, I'm not too worried about it. People are saying, oh, you should tell Kuhn, you should do this, you should do that. I'm not worried about it. People said, oh, you got to grease to check the gearbox. Yeah, I did actually check gearboxes. It is greased. So they grease them and then they wipe the grease off. Makes it look clean. Nobody wants to buy a machine that has grease dripping out the side of it. Oh, but with that being said, hopefully we can get this running, because that's a priority. It's still too wet. Tomorrow's going to be too wet. And Thursday, Friday, Saturday looks good to run. So we're going to run both mowers, hopefully have a crew, and get that hammered out. But I would really like this to be in a good boat before we get to that. And I'm close. I was going to keep wiring on this side, but when you drop a bolt and it's dark, and it's just dark out, I got the work light going, but you just can't see anything, and then, well, yeah, then your stuff's gone. Or you just can't see anything and it takes you 10 times as long. So I figured I'd get out of here, and I'd catch up with you guys on the next video, probably tomorrow morning, and we'll hammer out some more of this. I do got to do some work, I guess, in between. But with that being said, I appreciate you guys watching, liking, subscribing, commenting. Join along on all my videos, from the action ones to the crazy people ones to me wrenching along and figuring it out. I did dread doing the wiring harness on this, so I'm glad that's done. And that was easy. That was actually really easy. So I appreciate it. I hope you guys are having a good one. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.